Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which I was gonna say you'll be able to see from my rail, but actually you'll already know because you've seen the title and the thumbnail. But it is all about black. More specifically, my current favourite black items from within my wardrobe, some old, some new, and I've got a new bag to share with you guys. Exciting. All from my wardrobe that I have been wearing a lot recently in these hot, sweaty, muggy climes that we are currently having. Right, let's get stuck in, shall we? So item number one is just a basic black strapless, strappy sort of vest style dress. And I think even if you're one of those people that doesn't like wearing black, just prefer to wear colour or prints or a combination of the two, so basically you are the polar opposite to me, I just think this style of dress is an absolute must, especially when it comes to comfort. It's one of those items which you can just throw on, you can accessorise with a bit of jewellery, whack some sandals on, grab your bag, and your outfit is pretty much done without you having to make much effort. And it's stretchy and sort of loose fitting and breathable, so you've got that element of comfort in there as well. Now this particular dress on me doesn't quite come up as a maxi length, it's more sort of mid-shin, mid-calf level. So just bearing in mind for any of you guys out there that might be petite, this probably would be more of a maxi style, but it's got two splits up either side and it's got this really nice kind of racer back. The front mirrors the back, so it's essentially you could wear it either way because it's exactly the same. It's got this sort of high neck cut with the tiny little straps which just pop over your shoulders there, and I actually find this really easy to wear with a bra that I've actually got on. It's a strapless bra. I don't know if it's available anymore, but I bought it from H&M maybe a year or so ago, and I just find that it's really good for these kind of slightly lower cut dresses or vest tops like this. So if I can find it on H&M, I'll link it down below in the description box. Otherwise, I'm sure you guys have got a very perfectly good strapless bra. But yes, this is my item number one, slightly new item, but also just a really good basic piece to have for comfort and for style. Right, let's move on to item number two, which I've actually already featured in a video, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. This is the black linen suit from the Australian brand Dish. I featured this in a video a few weeks back, which was what's new in my wardrobe. Since then I've worn these together as a suit, because you do actually purchase them separately, you don't have to purchase them as a suit, but I've worn them as a suit and I've worn them separately. So I'm getting quite a bit of wear out of these. I did buy this particular suit in two colours. I bought it in this colour and like an ivory colour, which I think on their website is called Butter. So yeah, as I said, I've been wearing these separately. So the trousers I've been wearing with basics, just like vests and t-shirts, tucking them in, potentially adding a belt. And the waistcoat I've actually worn with other colour trousers. So I've got like a beigey pair of trousers from the brand Ray. I've been wearing this a lot with them, and I don't wear anything underneath this waistcoat either. I literally just wear it, or sometimes I'll wear a bra, sometimes I won't wear a bra, but I'll just wear it on its own. I won't wear it layered over a vest, although you could do that if you so wish. So one question that I get asked quite a lot when it comes to wearing all black outfits, especially in summer, is how to sort of make them look less funeral and more style. So I've partnered up with MONICA VINADER again, so that throughout this video you'll kind of see a few different ways of how I incorporate some of my MONICA VINADER pieces into my outfits. And sometimes it's not always about layering and adding loads and loads of jewellery. Sometimes less is more, but it's just finding those pieces which you find not only comfortable, but they also resonate with your own personal style as well. Now, one of my favourite MONICA VINADER collections, and I have quite a few pieces from this collection, is the Siren collection. I just appreciate the natural form and almost the sort of imperfections within each piece. They're not made to be perfect, so to speak. It's kind of like that what is it called? Wabi sabi? I will have pronounced that incorrectly as per usual, but it's like embracing the imperfections. And just as a reminder, because I have worked with MONICA VINADER before, but all of their pieces are made from 100% recycled sterling silver, which is great. And then the pieces that I have, because I'm a gold lover, are all gold vermeil, although they do have a really nice sterling silver collection as well if you prefer something a little bit more cooler toned. Now, I don't have any of the pieces with gemstones, pearls or diamonds in, or do I? I'm like, actually, hang on, I might do. I actually might do. I need to go and check my jewellery box. Anyway, if you were interested in any of the collection or any of the pieces with those items in, they are all ethically sourced. So you can rest assured that those have been sourced responsibly. And if sustainability is really important to you when you're doing your shopping and you want to know more ways of how MONICA VINADER are incorporating sustainability within their business, I will pop a link down below where you can find their whole sort of mission statement and you can read more details on what exactly they're doing. Now, on to the next item on the rail. It's actually not really an item, it's more of a category, and I've sort of lumped them together because it's just basics. Again, kind of like the dress, just an absolute essential. They're just an easy wearable piece. You can layer them under things like shirts, but then you can also just wear them on their own. You can accessorize them with jewellery, and I think they can look actually quite elevated. And I've seen a lot of people actually wearing, not actually out in clubs and things, but I've seen a lot of people wearing vests as more of a go-y outy thing. Of course, I'm not in the clubs, naturally, but I've seen it on Instagram, you know, as with any sort of life experience. I'll see it on Instagram, not in real life. Right, moving on to some footwear now. These again are another slightly new addition to my wardrobe, but I love them. I love the style, I love the shape, I love the chunkiness, I love the gold buckle, I love how this bit wraps around your toe, kind of like an ATP Atelier Rosa slide. I just, it's everything I love about a sandal. And these are actually very similar to a pair of sandals, I can't remember the style name of them, but from a brand name called Emery. And they're a very, very similar style, and those particular sandals are sold out everywhere. So if you can't get them, these are a really good alternative. There's not too much difference in the way of price, but these are from Arquette. They've got quite a lightweight sole, which is unusual for shoes that are normally this chunky. It's actually more of like a foamy sole, so it does make them a lot more lightweight, which technically makes them more comfortable. Again, they're just really good for wearing with linen trousers, dresses even. I wore them the other day with the Arquette dress. They're just such a good pair of sandals. Absolutely love these and couldn't recommend them enough. Surprisingly comfortable as well. Right. Another oldie. I know I talk about this one quite a lot when I do anything with regards to summer bags, but it is the Dragon Diffusion Nantucket. I absolutely love Dragon Diffusion bags as a summer bag, but of course I've also mentioned that I do take them through to sort of autumn as well, and will often wear them in spring. They're really durable. I've got a few now and they are such good quality bags. I will link some affordable alternatives down below in the description box because I know lots of you guys were really interested in those from the last video that I featured these in, so I will update that again for you guys because they are quite expensive, but it's one of those items which is so easy to wear. They're plain but also have the detail of the woven leather, so I just find them really versatile. They integrate really well, this one in particular, with the rest of my wardrobe, and this is often my go-to summer bag if I want something in black. Right, next item again is kind of a double, and this is another older item. This is actually like a cord set. It was bought as separates that I bought from COS last year, I think. It's either last year or the year before. And the reason I love this, I just find them a nice loose fitting cover up. I often wear these if we're going out for lunch somewhere because elasticated waist and loose forgiving silhouette is always the way to go for a big lunch. So yes, these aren't available anymore because they were from cost last year, but this is one set that is often a go-to of mine. It's one of those things where if I really don't know what to wear, I can just reach for this and I know that I'll feel comfortable, pop some jewellery on to give it a little pop of detail, gold detail here and there, and I know that I'll just sort of feel good when I'm wearing it. Right. Next item should really, it's a basic, a black shirt. I have both linen and cotton. This one is an older one, this one's from Arket, but they still have this same style. They bring this out every single year. And yeah, this is just a good all-rounder. Again, it can be worn over basics, whether they be something black or whether they be something in more of a neutral colour, or they could even be something a bit more colourful. They won't be in my wardrobe, but they could be in yours. It's one of my most worn items in my wardrobe, and I know that you guys in the US in particular get a little bit frustrated when I talk about Arket all the time because you guys can't get it over there, but it is by far one of my favourite brands. In fact, no, it is my favourite brand when it comes to shirts. This style in particular, I have it in both this colour and I have two of the same in white as well. Such a good shirt, very wearable, loose, comfortable, and it keeps me cool. Right, I'm going to show you guys the new bag. So this is another second-hand but grand purchase. Ba-ba! So this is by The Row, brand The Row. It is the larger size, although I think it's actually called medium, everyday shoulder bag. And it's not something, do you remember when I did my wish list video a few months ago? It wasn't something that was on my wish list at that time, but it was something that was very quickly making its way, and it was one of those bags which I'd already started looking for. And as always, I bought it, or as the majority of the time, I did buy it off Vestiaire. And as always with Vestiaire, you kind of have to sign up for those alerts, and then it's pretty much a free-for-all. It's not like a guaranteed, I'm gonna find this bag in this month. You just kind of have to take the leap of faith and buy the bag when you see it, and that is essentially what I did. The right one came up for me at the right price. I haggled a bit, I got a good deal, and here she is. However, this isn't predominantly a summer bag. I just kind of wanted to show it to you guys today because I was a bit excited, and also because it is black, but this is also something which I'm going to be able to wear all year round, like my Celine So Sangle, because it's black leather and it's got the zipper on the top. If anyone wants a review of this, I have actually been wearing it enough to do a review, so if you'd like one, please do leave me a little comment down in the comment section below. But yes, there she is. The new addition to the bag wardrobe. It is the Row Everyday Shoulder Bag, size medium, I think. Right, what have we got next? Okay, linen trousers. I'm not going to go into too much detail about these because I think I've spoken about these at length previously. Elasticated waist, drawstring, pockets. These on me come up to sort of ankle length. So as I've said previously, I am 5 foot, just over 5'9". So on me, that could potentially be why they're a little bit cropped. If you are slightly smaller, then they could be more of a full length style, but you can always cuff them at the bottom if you did want to show off, if you did want to flash a bit of ankle. But such a good staple for summer. I think I always feature a linen trouser at some point in my summer videos. I talk about them quite a lot just because linen is one of my favourite fabrics to wear in summer. I embrace the creases. I don't care that they get creased. I just think that they have all the summer vibes, keep me cool, and of course the elasticated waistband, super, super comfortable. Now speaking of elasticated waistbands, do we all remember this skirt? This was from last year, it was from Joseph. It was the Habitai silk, so it's kind of like a crinkled, creased fabric, and this was a favourite of mine from last year. It is still a favourite of mine this year. This was a really good purchase. I'm really happy that I got this. With it being a midi skirt, I wasn't 100% sure last year. I kind of took a bit of a gamble on buying this. It was one of those things which initially I was like, that looks great, but I wasn't sure as to how much I was going to wear it. I ended up wearing it loads. And I think part of that is not only due to the fact that because it's silk, it's really lightweight, it flows and moves beautifully, but I think it's also down to this sort of very scrunchy, creased look of the fabric. It sort of makes me feel like it doesn't matter if you sit down and get loads of creases in it, because it's creased anyway, so you can't really tell. So it's one of those really, I don't know, I suppose, sort of low maintenance pieces of clothing, which you can just throw on if you're in no mood whatsoever to make an effort, which, to be honest, is me most of the time. And it's just one of those really easy throw on pieces. More often than not, I just wear it with a basic vest, either something in black or otherwise. And actually, I think I posted that outfit on my Instagram last year. Wear it with various different black sandals. Chanel Dad sandals, I think, was the one that was posted on my Instagram. And yeah, so this is another favourite again, rolling over from last summer. Right, moving on to my second pair of shoes. I've actually only got 2 pairs of shoes. The sandals I've already featured and these in this video. My Chanel Dad sandals are still very much a favourite, but I just feel like I talk about them a lot. So therefore I've just left them out for this video. But rest assured, they are still very much really comfortable and a black favourite of mine. But these are another black favourite. These are a glorified flip-flop. These are from Dear Francis. They are the Kin sandals. I have these in black and also in the tan colourway. Oddly enough, these don't rub my feet at all, but the tan colour rub blisters in between, not actually in between, but like on the top of this section here where that would fall on your foot every time I wear them, which is incredibly frustrating, but it's just one of those things. So these I get a great deal of wear out of, and these were my option for the famous Row Ginza sandals, which I think have a slightly chunkier, more platformed sole in comparison to these. But these ones were the ones that I chose to purchase because they were like less than half the price. Still expensive, or still a more premium price point, shall we say, but I love them and I think they are so wearable. Again, they're another one of those sandals that, because they're leather and because they're not a basic, you know, rubber flip-flop, you can get away with them looking a little bit smarter and a little bit more dressy, as I mentioned earlier. It's just, they're one of those kind of pieces. And I wore these yesterday when we went out. Super, super comfortable. I love the look of them. The leather is really soft. No idea what's going on with that tan pair, but the black ones are a thumbs up all the way from me. Now, my final item, I actually ran out of wooden clippy hangers, so I've just slung these over there, and they've still got creases in them because I've taken them out of the washing basket again. But these are again from Arquette, so sorry all you USA people. These are just a pair of, they're essentially sort of like running shorts, but not running shorts. They're for not running in, although you could run in them. Again, elasticated waist, yes. Drawstring, pockets, and these are a really slinky fabric. I'm actually not sure what these are made out of, but these I've had, I think I got these last year potentially, because I had a pair very similar in a beigey colour. Viscose, that's the word I was looking for. I think that's the fabric that's also in the dress, viscose, not lyocell. So yes, they're kind of like a sports luxe kind of vibe. I love wearing these with just a shirt, potentially a vest, and then a shirt over the top, and it gives that very sort of loose, comfortable, easy summer outfit that you can just throw on. You can accessorise it with some jewellery, of course, but they're just really comfortable. And actually, despite the fact that these are a bit creased because they have just been in a washing basket, admittedly for about a week because I haven't put them away, but it's one of those fabrics which is quite resistant to creasing. Once you've given them a steam, you put them on. If you were to go out to a restaurant and sit down in them, I usually don't find that or in the car, I usually don't find that I get creases all over them. So again, they're another quite sort of low maintenance piece of clothing to have. And shorts, obviously, when it's that time of year, you want to whip your legs out. I was always a big fan of denim shorts, still very much am, but I think for comfort on those really, really hot days, something a little bit more floaty, a much lighter fabric like this is the way to go, and I've been getting a lot of wear out of these in particular recently. Right, there we go. We have made it through the rail of darkness. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I will see you next week. I just don't know what the video is yet, but the week after, I'm going to be sharing some tips and kind of like my best practices. God, that sounds like some sort of pamphlet you have to read when you're at work. My best practices for dressing comfortably and always looking effortless for summer. So I've got some tips coming up in that video, which will be the week after next. Otherwise, I will see you next week in a mystery video that we don't know what it is yet. So I'll see you then.